The tell-all for Season 9 of 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, had already been teased as one of the most chaotic reunion events the franchise had assembled. Raw emotions, unfinished arguments, and unresolved scandals filled every preview and social media clip leading up to the broadcast. But among the countless questions viewers expected to have answered, a very different kind of mystery began forming as the first episode aired. Tigerlily and Adnan Abdelfattah, one of the season's most discussed couples, were nowhere to be seen. The cameras opened on returning couples taking their seats, the studio lights washing over familiar faces, Jasmine glaring at Gino, Andre and Jovi seated at opposite ends of the stage after their water bottle confrontation, and Darcy adjusting her dress while Georgie remained stiff beside her. The room vibrated with tension, yet something and someone was missing. As host Sean Robinson listed the couples who would be joining the 4-part tell-all, the absence of Tigerlily and Adnan created an immediate sense of disruption. They had been a central part of the early episodes. The birth of their son Zayn, Tigerlily's struggles with religious decisions, and the couple navigating cultural expectations. Their story wasn't marginal, it was foundational. As viewers waited for Sean to introduce the final pair, the moment simply never came. No explanation, no visual cue, no cutaway, only the faint glance of confusion exchanged between cast members as the introductions wrapped. The omission was so abrupt that fans initially assumed the reveal would come later in the episode. Instead, the silence became louder. It wasn't until far into the broadcast that Sean's voice delivered a short, nearly hidden announcement. One couple who will not be featured on the tell-all is Tigerlily and Adnan. The statement wasn't shown on camera. Instead, the screen focused on Georgie while the voiceover played, the audio noticeably detached from the scene. For sharp-eared fans, this detail suggested something deeper. The line sounded like it had been inserted after the fact, as though the decision to remove Tigerlily and Adnan was made late in the editing process, not before filming took place. This sparked immediate speculation. The fan base, well versed in the editing style of the franchise, recognized that such disembodied announcements usually signified last-minute cuts. Even the cast on stage looked caught off guard. Their reactions lingered in the background. A lifted eyebrow from Kimberly, a tight-lipped frown from Gino, a confused side glance exchanged between Jovi and Andre. Whatever had happened to the couple, it appeared that no one, not even the other participants, had been briefed before filming. Those who had followed the season closely remembered that Tigerlily and Adnan had been active until episode 4. Their story arc opened with Tigerlily preparing to give birth and adjusting to life as a new mother. Adnan, navigating parenthood while embracing his identity as a Muslim man in a cross-cultural marriage, had been portrayed as calm, collected, and affectionate. Their scenes were emotional, but not controversial. There were no explosive fights or incidents that suggested removal. If anything, fans had been anticipating a deeper exploration of Tigerlily's internal conflict about converting to Islam, a storyline that was left unresolved when their scenes abruptly stopped. Social media communities immediately erupted with theories. Some believed the couple had voluntarily stepped back from filming, perhaps due to postpartum stress or personal boundaries. Others speculated that something had occurred behind the scenes that production felt was too sensitive to air. The franchise had, in the past, removed cast members mid-season due to legal issues, background discoveries, or conflicts with producers. But there had been no public hints of such events in Tigerlily and Adnan's case. Viewers pointed out that the tone of Sean's brief statement was unusually cold, Typically, when cast members are absent from a tell-all for personal reasons, Sean extends a polite message, something along the lines of, "We wish them well." But in this case, the line was missing entirely. For fans familiar with the franchise's patterns, the absence of that courtesy phrase felt deliberate, as if the show wanted to distance itself from the couple without closing the door fully or providing clarity. The assumption that Tigerlily and Adnan had been invited but later removed gained traction when fans noted the tell-all set had seats and camera, space that appeared arranged for more people than were present. The semicircle formation had a noticeable gap. Rewatching the episode, some viewers insisted that the editing felt tightened, as though segments featuring the couple had been spliced out. The tell-all, no limits format promised unfiltered confrontation, but the complete erasure of a couple who played a visible role in the early season contradicted that message. Rumors, intensified when leaked behind-the-scenes whispers, suggested the pair may have originally filmed the tell-all via video call. Some insiders claimed Tigerlily and Adnan had participated remotely, but were later removed during final editing due to concerns about the direction of their conversation. While unverified, the theory gained momentum because it aligned with the unusual production clues, the voiceover, the missing "wish them well," and the uncharacteristic silence from both the cast and producers. Meanwhile, Tigerlily remained active online, though noticeably guarded. When a follower directly asked why she and Adnan were not at the tell-all, her response was cryptic. "Don't worry, you'll see us on your screens again somewhere else." This single line opened an entirely new realm of speculation. If the couple had been filming for another project, either inside or outside the 90-day universe, production might have made an editorial decision to separate their involvement from Happily Ever After. The franchise has historically protected potential spin-off content by restricting overlapping storylines. Fans studied her wording carefully. "Somewhere else" didn't clarify whether this meant another TLC production, a different network, or an independent reality project. Yet it implied the couple's story wasn't ending. It was merely shifting locations. Some viewers interpreted this as a subtle hint that the couple may appear in 90-Day Diaries, Pillow Talk, or even a brand new franchise experiment centered on multicultural families. As rumors spread, other fans proposed more grounded explanations. One of the most discussed possibilities was that Tigerlily, having recently given birth, may have felt too emotionally vulnerable to participate in the tell-all environment, which is notoriously hostile. The tell-all format is designed to provoke confession, confrontation, and emotional breakdowns. Producers intentionally seat feuding cast members near one another, encourage unresolved arguments, and spotlight personal topics that are sensitive. For a new mother grappling with religious identity, cultural adaptation, and physical recovery, the pressure could have been overwhelming. Yet this theory didn't fully align with the missing courtesy message or the unusual voiceover. If Tigerlily and Adnan had simply opted out, TLC would normally portray their absence with sensitivity. The cold clipped announcement suggested something more complicated. Another widely discussed theory pointed to the couple's religious storyline. In earlier episodes, Tigerlily had openly expressed confusion and fear about converting to Islam. While her scenes were portrayed respectfully, the topic of religion has always required delicate handling in the franchise. Some viewers wondered if later footage delved into religious debates that production found too controversial, too sensitive, or too easily misinterpreted without context. Scenes involving faith and conversion often spark heated online reactions, and platforms may prefer to avoid risks. Still, this theory lacked concrete support. The early episodes had already touched on the subject without backlash. Moreover, TLC had previously aired similar storylines in other seasons, making it unlikely that religion alone caused the removal. A different possibility centered on filming logistics. Tigerlily and Adnan lived outside the primary filming zones for other cast members, and remote participation is often used for international couples. Technical issues, poor connectivity, audio problems, or unusable footage could have contributed to their removal. However, fans found it unlikely that production would simply discard their appearance rather than reshoot or incorporate minimal commentary. The abrupt halt in their storyline during the season continued to be at the center of discussion. In earlier episodes, the couple's scenes set up slow-building tension around cultural expectations and communication. Viewers anticipated further exploration. Instead, the narrative was cut prematurely. This raised questions. Had the couple withdrawn from filming altogether? Had the production team decided their storyline didn't align with the season's arc? Or had something occurred off-camera that led to an editorial decision? Complicating matters, Tigerlily and Adnan were not new to the franchise. They had originally appeared on 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way in Season 11, giving them a reputation for openness and willingness to participate in production. There had been no public disputes with TLC or fellow cast members. Their social media presence was calm, family-focused, and free of drama. Nothing suggested conflict. The more fans searched for answers, the more the mystery deepened. Some pointed out that the season had been unusually packed with confrontational storylines. Jasmine and Gino's explosive arguments consumed a large portion of airtime. Jovi and Andre's feud escalated in unexpected ways. Angela's brief but intense appearance stirred the set. With so much drama competing for attention, editing decisions may have prioritized storylines with more dramatic impact. Tigerlily and Adnan's quieter, more introspective scenes may have been overshadowed. Yet fans rejected this explanation as too simplistic. Completely removing a couple from the tell-all was unprecedented unless a serious issue was involved. Even couples with minimal involvement typically receive at least a brief segment, update, or check-in. The total absence and lack of explanation remains suspicious.